welcome to, this is officially day 25. I was calling yesterday 25. I don't know. I lost track. I'm gonna lose track. At some point, I'm gonna lose track. Yeah, so 8:10. Woke up, really later than I wanted to. I set my alarm for 7:30, but I kept snoozing my alarm because I am exhausted. It's pretty cold last night. It's pretty cold. I needed both blankets again. So, that sucks. Gotta work this morning, 9 to 4. And, I'm making coffee right now. I got my Pop-Tart out for breakfast. I don't know. I'm tired though. I do have the next couple of days off, so that's gonna be good. But I'm exhausted. Now, generally it takes me about an hour to tear things down and get it all packed up. I do need coffee this morning because I am moving extremely slow. And I need to wake up. So, and then kind of with the frustration yesterday of getting here and not being able to set up, I think I'm gonna chance it and leave my stuff here. So, I've left my stuff before on Tuesdays? On Tuesdays when I get paid, I've left it for like 4 hours, I think is the most. And then kind of all day the other day when I went swimming. I mean, I obviously could see my stuff, but I was pretty far away. Nobody messed with it. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the hammock, bug net, and tarp set up. And, take my bike and my backpack. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I don't have time to tear this all down. I don't want to be late. At the rate I'm going, I will not get there at 9. It'll be way later. I don't know if I'm just getting uneasy because I'm stressed out. But I don't know. I'm not sleeping as well. When I do sleep, I sleep fine. But it's really the getting to sleep. That's the hard part. And then I don't want to wake up. I will tell you the morning time is full of spiders. Lots of spiders. Spiders and like caterpillar things are everywhere. It is a gorgeous day. It's on the cooler side right now. The sun is out, and in the shaded areas, it's pretty nice. So I think the temperature got to, I think it was at 68. I'm not sure what the real feel was, but it was at 68. It's weird because you hear those numbers and you're like, that's really not cold. But laying in this hammock, it gets cold. It's all that wind that goes underneath you and around you, and just all that air. It's kind of odd to have a hoodie on and 2 blankets. It's really odd. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the game plan is today. You know, normally I have a game plan. Normally I have a schedule. I have things to do. I have a plan of, you know, goals for the day. I don't really have any of that. Kind of my to-do lists are out the window now. There's no schedule. I did notice, I went back, I started watching some of the videos. I did notice, I move my eyes a lot when I'm doing videos. I'm sure you guys are noticing that. Or maybe you're not, and I just brought it to your attention. Now you're going to notice it in every single video. But I am still getting used to filming in public. Now I film in public for other YouTube channels that I have and whatever. So I've been filming for a long time. I'm not used to the people element. So, plus, like, I'm constantly aware of my surroundings out here. So I'm constantly looking at everything. So when you see me do that, it's because I'm looking at everything. I'm watching all the people that I pass by. Look at my hand. Look how bad that looks. It's all from a burn, from a charcoal smoker backdrafting. It's so bad. You guys should see the pictures of it. It's horrible. This like blistered up. Ugh, it's disgusting. Freddy Krueger hand. I get so self-conscious about this. And a lot of it's because people stare. That's what bothers me. Now I'm like hiding my hand in the video. Like, really though, who cares? It's a burn, there's nothing I can do about it. I am starting to research like building shelters in the wintertime. Because I have an idea of where I'm gonna go, and I have an idea of what I want to build along with the setup that I have, to basically make an actual shelter. So, because I have a feeling I'm gonna need that, you know. Because thinking about it, like today I'm gonna get off work and I'm not going back to work till Thursday. So what am I gonna do? You know, where am I going? I'm not literally just laying in the hammock for 72 hours and not moving. So I'm gonna build a shelter. A lot of research. But I mean, I've been doing a lot of research too, like doing the through hikes. I've been doing research on that for a few years now. And you know, again, that's little things that have given me kind of a leg up. You know, being in Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts, that has absolutely helped. I'm remembering a lot of stuff from that. Going camping, remembering a lot of stuff from that. Just a lot of life experience that I'm utilizing out here. And then learning new things, learning new ways to accomplish something. You know, like in the beginning, using the sun. My coffee tastes like soap. Using the sun to heat stuff up. You know, heat my water up. Heat my coffee up in the beginning like I was doing. I don't know if I rinsed my cup well enough, because my coffee tastes like dish soap. It's not too bad. I don't know if I had some residuals in there or what, but you should see this nasty spider crawling. I don't know if it's a spider or like West Nile virus mosquito spider looking thing. I don't know. It's pretty sketch though. And I'm new to hammocking, so there's a bajillion things I need to learn with hammocking. Setting things up, ridge lines, snake skins, proper angle at which you want to have the straps, and then learning all these different components, you know, am steel, Dyneema, loop alien, bull hitch knots, learning about the different fabrics and things that quilts and hammocks and blankets and all this stuff are made out of. There's a lot of interesting stuff to learn. There's tons of videos. to watch. This is probably the biggest thing I've had to get used to out here is all of the bugs. I'm a giant baby when it comes to bugs. Giant baby. I scream when stuff crawls on me. And I've had to just very quickly learn to deal with that. So, but we're going to chance it today. So this is either going to be okay or it's going to be catastrophic. And that could very well be too. So, but we're going to chance it. We got to figure out how to not be tearing down and setting up like this every single day. So I'm hoping with it being a public place, and people have seen this stuff out here, that nobody's gonna mess with it. So we'll see. So a little bit after 4, just got off work. Actually off on time. They hired back an old employee who I actually really like. Kind of a big box of crazy on why they let him go. Really stupid, but whatever, they hired him back, and he's reliable. So, I got off on time. But yeah, you can see my shelter right there. So, I haven't looked inside the hammock, but I'm assuming everything's there. Looks like nothing was touched. So, the risk paid off. Not something I'm going to do on a regular basis, but it worked for today. So, let's see. Bad news, I didn't get all of my battery chargers fully charged. Most of them are, 2 of them are fully charged. One is probably like almost there. So, we're really going to have to conserve. I opened that can of chili, finally, so I'm going to have some chili ramen, and I think I'll probably cut up some summer sausage in there as well. And I'm going to have that for dinner. Filled up all 5 gallons of water in the camp shower. I'm definitely at some point taking a shower. I don't know when, but I will at some point. But good news, I got a package. So, I'm going to walk back over there and figure out how to set the phone up so I can do a unboxing from the company who sent me the package. And do a little unboxing from underneath the shelter. So I got, let me try to cover the address, so I had this shipped somewhere else. If you can see what this says. So I got my order from Sea to Summit. So we're going to open this bad boy up. Shipped pretty quick, so I don't know, a few days. And a few days and I got this. So there's going to be a few more things that I'm going to order from them. So I think I'm pretty sure I'm going to switch my camp shower out for theirs. And I'm going to get that fleece liner. So that fleece liner is meant for a sleeping bag, on the inside to add some more heat. But in warmer weather it can be used as a standalone. So what I'm hoping is that it will be 1, more compact, 2, lighter weight, and 3, accomplish the same thing as the fleece sleeping bag that I already have. Because I'm trying to get that pack not so tall, and I need it way smaller and lighter. So, first thing, this is my Sea to Summit mug. So this is an insulated mug. This thing holds 16 fluid ounces. It is lightweight, so this only weighs 3.7 ounces. It's basically like a plastic cup with like a koozie around it. That's pretty much what it is. Pretty wide. So I'm actually digging it, and do have the little sip cup. And I'm assuming you could carabine this. I don't know how the lid's going to stay on though and not lose the bottom portion, but whatever.
It's mainly going inside the pack anyway, inside that side compartment, so that's what I got. And then the second thing I got was my gear sling, the hammock gear sling. So how small this is. This thing is tiny. Look at it compared to this. Super, super small. So that's why I'm really kind of digging that liner and some of the other gear that they have, because all of their stuff is ultra light. It's super, super compact. So if I had a bunch of stuff in the bag that was like this size, I could fit the world in there. This thing is super light too. So let's see. See if I got some specs. Super fast setup and adjustment. Keeps your gear clean, dry, and with arm's reach. Made with ripstop nylon and reflective cord. So let's see. Yeah. So this thing is 165 grams or 5.8 ounces. So maybe an unnecessary thing to some, you know, but I do really want this for underneath the hammock. Now I did learn today, so I've told you guys about all the spiders and creatures and all this stuff. I may have to do a little bit more research, but I did find out that I actually do have 2 poisonous spiders where I'm at, and that is the northern widow and the brown recluse. Now looking, I've never seen a northern widow before, but the brown recluse, I know what they look like, and there are a couple of spiders over here that have a resemblance. Now, I'm not saying that that's what it is, but maybe. So that's sketching me out. And here is a creepy little daddy longlegs looking spider as we're talking about spiders. So, get out of here. So yeah, so here's the gear sling. So I've got the ends obviously staked down like I usually do to resemble a tent. Now behind me I have 2 trees. I have this tree and then I have this tree, well, that tree right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my ends that I have staked out, which are relatively in line with both of these trees, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to unstake the cord and I'm going to run it straight to the trees so that I basically have a flat roof above me on this side. At night I'll stake them back down into the ground, but during the day I'm going to basically have a flat roof. I'm going to see how that works out. Now I don't have any cam jams or S-beaners or anything like that, so I'm going to have to practice some knots. But there's a few knots I could tie that I think will hold. I think it'll be fine. I just need it tight enough. But I'm going to test it out. So I'm going to see, while I got a little bit of daylight, if I can do this so that on my next couple days off, you know, I got like a real shelter. And just be like a bit more open, you know, kind of cool, something different. So I'm going to try that. Little update at work. So today we revised my schedule at work, which will be a lot friendlier to my situation, and get me a bit more sleep and not have those crazy days. Because if you remember, Thursday and Friday, I was working 12-hour shifts. And I'm going to try to get out of the wind, because I know sometimes in the wind you guys can't hear me. But Thursday and Friday I was working 12-hour shifts. And then Saturday coming in like 3 to 12. And then Sunday opening at 9 a.m. That's too much. It's insane. I'm not getting any sleep. I'm super irritable. So we revised my schedule. So Sunday, Monday, same thing. I'll do 9 to 4s. Tuesday, Wednesday off. Wednesday, I'll be doing 11 to 7. No, Tuesday, Wednesday off, sorry. Thursday, I'll be doing 11 to 7. And then Friday, I'll do a 4 to close. So I'll get out at like 3:30 in the morning. And then Saturday, do 11 to 7. So I have a little extra time from Friday night, well, Friday morning, going into Saturday morning. And then when I get off Saturday, have definitely plenty of time to come in Sunday at 9 and open. So it's been a little bit of a fight to get some of my daytime stuff back, because I was working 9 to 4s before I left, and that was a fight just to get that. So I did kind of luck out, and that worked. So as you can see, let me turn this. I now have flat surface. I could end up raising the lines on the tree. I can make it a little bit higher so that it does sit up a little higher. I'm not horribly concerned with that. And then I did stake down the ends again, as you can see. So still have makeshift shelter. But yeah, I mean, it's relatively straight, as you can see. So if I'm sitting in here, let's see, if I'm sitting in here, you know, it's right about head level. I'm sitting pretty relatively straight. So yeah, you can slouch a little bit, kind of see out. I may end up raising it up a little bit more, but this is essentially what I wanted to do. I wanted to make more of a shelter so that during the daytime, you know, I don't look so secluded. I could be, you know, kind of out a little bit, like amongst society. And then it just looks like I'm chilling, I'm hanging out. But I'm excited. I'm excited. So, see the summit? Oh, I did not set up the thing yet. Jesus, I almost forgot. I gotta set that up before I end the video. I'll be right back. Alright, so, here is the lines that come up. It kind of, I'm not sure if this is the right way. This is what I did. So I wrapped it around my ridge line, through itself, and then around. And I can kind of move it along my ridge line to raise it or lower it. And same thing on the other side. And now I have a gear sling. So right now it is sitting a little bit lower. I can raise it, I can lower it. I did actually wrap this around the hammock as almost an underquilt. It's obviously too thin to be an underquilt, but potentially what I could do, maybe, and I might even test this. Potentially what I could do is I could put a blanket inside of this thing and then put this up tight underneath the hammock and use it as an underquilt for now, especially like right now. It's a little chilly out. And that could prevent my backside from experiencing that cold back syndrome. So yeah, as you can see, I mean, this thing is pretty, look at, sweet. It is pretty wide. There's definitely, it's like a mini hammock is really what it is. It's a mini hammock. Probably going to be the end of my shooting, my filming today. Probably not going to do a walkthrough of my nightly routine. I'm exhausted. I just cooked up my ramen and chili, so I'm going to sit down and eat that. What else? So, pretty much I was getting everything set up, as you guys may have seen in the last video, and I happen to look out towards the river, and I see a coworker that bought this killer kayak. I think it's called the Outdoor Sportsman, and he's been talking about it for weeks now. And I see him cruising down the river. So I ran down, and I've been talking to him for a while. I wish I could have gotten that on film, because it was really a cool, deep, just awesome conversation. I see him kind of in passing at work. He's one of the drivers, so I have interaction, but not a lot of interaction. We talk a lot about fishing, but it was just really awesome to just be out here, actually, and just chew the fat with him. So I've been doing that for, I don't know, last couple hours. And then we look over, and there's another guy from work that came out fishing. So yeah, just kind of hanging out with those guys. And then behind me, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but that dog that is back there is a Belgian Malinois. And that's my favorite dog ever. I want one so bad. I really want one to be my service dog because I have complex PTSD. So maybe one day on the channel I'll talk about that. I don't know. A lot involved in that. But yeah. So anyway, it's really kind of a cool evening after work. Got to see a few coworkers. I'm staring at my favorite dog right now. I got an awesome meal. I did use my shipping box as a type of shield. Worked a little bit. It's not tall enough, but yeah. So here's the real reason for filming this. So I've been talking now for a couple of days about the Sea to Summit pocket shower and how I'm really thinking about getting that because I'm concerned about this one with breaking or tearing. Yeah. So I get back from sitting at the river's edge talking to the coworkers, and I notice that my camp shower is laying on the ground. And I'm like, huh, what the heck? And I see the long rope that it's on, and the knot is gone. So I'm like, oh, the knot slipped, and the camp shower fell. It's still full, so I'm like, okay, well, that's great. All my water is still there. But then I remember that the long dangly rope part was already there. I took the knot out and tied the knot tighter and higher up. So I start looking up, and sure as shit, my camp shower ripped right at the handle seam. Completely ripped right off. Still attached to the carabiner by... I'm going to turn this around a little bit so you guys can see. Still attached to the carabiner by this little part, but it has completely ripped from the actual bag. So, I don't know how else that thing's supposed to hang, because it's supposed to hang from a carabiner. And basically, this is what we're looking at right here. So all of this is where the handle was. Now this is all seamed up pretty nice. All the water is still in here, which is great. But now I can't hang my camp shower. So that's going to be difficult. So I don't know, man. First gear fail out here. I kind of need that handle. I need to be able to hang this thing so I can get water out of it. So I'm going to have to figure something else out. I'm probably going to have to rest it on the Toto basket so that this hose can drip the water out. But now, more than ever, I'm definitely getting that Sea to Summit pocket shower. Problem is, I have to wait until I get paid. And I think that's another week. So that really, really sucks. But at least I still have the water in here, so not a complete epic fail. However, not really a product I would recommend. It's not built to last, apparently. Well, that was my alarm clock this morning. So, it came pretty close to the setup. It actually scared the hell out of me. So, I'm awake, I guess. I'm awake. I don't know, I went to bed relatively early, and I'm still tired. So, was sleeping in my hoodie and my boxers, and I don't know, I was gonna record how I put my pants on in here. A lot of spiders today. A lot. But I don't know. I don't know if that could go on YouTube or not. Look, there's tons of spiders, like they know I'm awake. So, I need to use the bathroom. There's spiders everywhere. So, I'm gonna use the bathroom, and I'm gonna make some coffee in my new Sea to Summit insulated cup. I'll be right back. Alright. So, I just threw my package box away. Now I'm headed to the bathroom. So we'll see if it's open. It is after 9. I wanted to sleep a little bit longer, but apparently that's not going to happen. They came pretty close. So I didn't hear them before, but once they got right up on the hammock, I definitely heard that. It scared the hell out of me. It's the same thing that happened with the bulldozer. Somehow I did not hear that, and then all of a sudden, once that thing got super close to me, then I heard it. Almost fell out of the damn hammock. Little fruit stand. So there is somebody here by the bathrooms. So I'm hoping that means he's unlocking it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to walk far. So I'm up, I guess I'll start my day. See if we can get in here yet. Yeah, they're cleaning the bathrooms, so it's part of their opening. Let's see. Alright, so typical park bathroom. Back. All right. Well, this is the first time I'm seeing these little tables set up. Might be because I'm normally up at Hooker Lane when I get off work on Monday. And I'm set up over here today. So we're gonna see. We'll just walk past. It looks like they have some farming stuff. Gonna see. I'm filming for my YouTube channel. Are you okay with being on camera, or would you prefer not to?
I guess.
You alright? Alright. So, what's your name?
I'm Pam.
Pam? What do you guys do out here?
We sell our vegetables,
Awesome.
things that we grow at home, all homegrown, all local honey. And of course I keep busy knitting.
That's really cool.
We like having people come down. We're here every Tuesday, usually about 7 till noon.
Alright.
Just on Tuesdays.
That's really awesome. And what are these? What you did?
This is considered a dishcloth. You can use it as a body wash. You can use it to scrub your floor. I have people that do that. These are called scrubbies. Polyester, little roughness to them. Wash your dishes, wash your pots and pans, won't scratch anything. Wash them, dry them, easy care.
That's really awesome.
A lot of veggies. Everything's
Yeah.
starting to come in. No tomatoes yet. Tomatoes are on the vine. Lots of nice big tomatoes with humble red.
These are honey sticks.
These are honey sticks. A teaspoon of honey with various and assorted flavors. I think I've got 16, 17 different flavors.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Kids love them and so do the grown-ups. A lot of the ladies take some of the flavors and put them on their pizza.
Okay.
I like a lot of the different flavors.
So what do you kind of break it open and then
Yeah.
the honey comes out?
Roll them sideways, bite them,
Uh-huh.
before you can cut it, and then you can suck it and push it out.
Oh, wow.
Very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of cucumbers coming in, some fresh homegrown green beans. I'll have some yellow beans. I've got the best onions you'll ever find. They're better than the yellow. Keeps us busy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
With the crochet stuff, I asked her if she'd be able to crochet me a kind of a pot warmer holder thing. I did not do dishes last night. And I'll tell you why later. But yeah, I want to see if there's something that can fit around my pot, so after I'm done cooking, I can set it in there and then hold it. But I thought maybe that'd be really cool to have something from somebody local that was made and be able to use it. So yeah, I gotta wash this pot real quick because I gotta bring it over. Let me see if we can get something made for my pot. Didn't really have money on me, like I said, but I had a quarter, so I bought a honey stick. This is a blueberry honey stick, so basically you either bite or cut off the end and kind of suck the honey out. And this one happens to be blueberry flavor. And I'm saying I wish I had some money because I would totally buy some vegetables. And they gave me a bag of veggies. So while I was walking over here to get my cook pot, they were putting together a little care package. So I've got some green beans, some squash. I forgot what he called this. If you guys know the name of this, put it in the comment section. Then cucumber, I got a couple of those. I got a couple of little onions, and I don't know, pickles? Pickle maybe? I got a couple pickles. So I have some veggies. So this is super cool. Really awesome. This is so good. This is so amazing. It was really awesome. The kindness and generosity. It was unexpected, but such a beautiful thing. I told them my story, and that's why they helped out here. And her son, kind of interesting too. Her son was planning on hiking the Appalachian Trail, and he was getting all set and ready to leave, and then they shut everything down with the coronavirus, and including the trails. They kicked everybody off all of the Triple Crown trails because of the corona. So he ended up having to go back to work, and he wasn't planning on it. But yeah, she was telling me that story. So really, really kind of awesome. This is the kind of stuff that you would find out on the trails as well. You'd have people out there, they're called trail angels, and they're set up, and they provide food and drink, and some of them barbecue different types of food. Some have fruits, veggies, sodas, beer, So yeah. So I'm actually really excited to get out on trail and see that type of stuff. But this is really cool. So welcome to dinner time here in the great outdoors. What I did do, I ran up to work real quick because I'm not far, and we use this kind of like butter oil thing. It's a buttery oil that we use on the grill when we're frying up a grilled chicken breast or doing grilled onions, sautéing stuff, things like that. So I filled up a little travel size bottle with some of that stuff. My boss was cool enough to let me have some. And what I did is I took the farmer's market vegetables that I got this morning and kind of cut all of that stuff up in there. So I've got some squash in there. I've got onion in there. That pickle looking thing, it might have been an okra maybe. Did not taste like a pickle. What else did I put in here? There was garlic that was in there, so I put a couple of cloves of garlic. I can already smell it. It's going to be awesome. I did cut up a little bit of summer sausage. The green beans, I cut some of those up. And I used that lemon pepper chicken. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kind of fry this up in that oil. And then I've cooked my ramen already. I'm going to put one package of ramen in with this. So almost kind of this Asian kind of stir fry without the Asian twist to it. It's going to be a lemon pepper. But I did want to add some noodles to it to kind of fill me up a little bit more. But this is by far the healthiest meal that I'm going to eat out here. So I'm actually really, really excited. Just kind of sauteing this stuff up. What I'm going to end up doing in the future, I'm going to end up getting some olive oil. So olive oil is actually extremely good for you. So I'm going to end up getting a little bottle of olive oil. I just burnt my bandana. Almost started a fire here in the shelter. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to saute this stuff up and then I'm going to mix the ramen in. Show you guys what I have here. So this is dinner. So it really does kind of look like a little stir fry. It's the coolest thing in the world. I would have never thought I'd be eating this out here. So the kindness and generosity of some local farmers and some creativity with mealtime. So I'm gonna eat this and prepare for this rain that's about to come. I can hear little drops coming. And yeah, I'm just gonna chill out. So that's that. I am gonna make a separate video because there are 2 kayak paddles. So there were some super pretty girls that were kayaking yesterday. And they left their kayak paddle. So, to prevent somebody from picking it up and stealing it, I grabbed it, hoping that they would come through today, and then I could give it back to them. But they haven't come through yet. So, I'm just going to hold on to it until hopefully I run into them again, and then I'll let them know that I have it. So, I'll probably at some point run this up to my storage unit if I don't see them before I get to work on Thursday. Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome to day 27. So, I have actually been up for a little while already. I have been watching the From the Middle podcast this morning. It gave us a little bit of a shout out here at Lifeline. Kind of talked about the story a bit and whatnot, but that was super awesome of them. So thank you so much. I really appreciate the support from you guys, and then all you middlers out there. If you guys have not seen that podcast, check it out. It's called From the Middle. You can find it on YouTube. They do have a Facebook page. But it's 3 guys, and they're just a bunch of nerds, and they nerd out on like the craziest various topics. Today they're talking about Taco Bell, Star Wars, Comic-Con type stuff, and all this stuff. So if you're a nerd like me, this is definitely the podcast for you. So definitely check that out. So, how we doing?
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Are you we're doing outreach?
Okay.
For,
From the Shalom Center?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm filming a YouTube video right now. Do you mind being on YouTube, or would you prefer not?
Yeah.
Prefer
Want
not?
to come back?
I can stop, pause it. You're fine.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Shalom Center's here. I've mentioned them before. All right. Well, welcome back. So that was representatives from the Shalom Center. It's probably like 5 or 6 people, and they're just doing a street outreach today. So they're kind of driving around, looking for people that might be homeless. It's funny. When I was talking to them, I had asked specifically, like, do I look do I look homeless? And they kind of chuckled and said, no, absolutely not. You look like someone who's just chilling at the beach today. They see like I have nice gear and things like that, so they didn't think I was homeless. I don't kind of fit that cliche homeless look, right? And I say cliche because we all have in our minds what a homeless person looks like, right? It's dirty, raggedy clothes, holding the sign. That's the cliche look that we think of when we think of homeless. Obviously, don't think of homeless at the level of where I'm at doing this. But you know, there are people that do walk around. They do have a backpack, and you know, maybe they have a tent strapped to their bag, and they're off in the woods somewhere. You know, things like that. So yeah, I don't know. They talked about their program. There are some differences. So it kind of seems like not every person I've talked to is sort of on the same page with how the program works. So they talked to me about some of their stuff, the program a bit. So basically, it's one building that houses 33 men and women. You have your own bunk, all of that. There are obviously some requirements and restrictions, things like that. You start off, you have 30 days. They reevaluate you. So I did talk about, you know, the fact that I own a company, and I do need to spend money with that company. I talked about stuff that I need for myself, you know, that I need to buy, my bills that need to get paid. So taking 75% of my money to hold on to, you know, the reality is that with the amount of things that need to be paid you know, I really have very little money kind of left over to put towards savings, especially with the job that I'm working. We talked about other types of jobs. We talked about the lack of transportation. We talked about a lot of different things. But they do want me to set up a time to meet with them and sit down and talk to them. So I will probably do that. I will probably set up a time to go in and talk to them and find out a bit more. So it's a constant roof over my head. You know, it's like before they used to kind of kick you out early in the morning and then you're just off. It sounds like I wouldn't necessarily be kicked out. So like today, on a day like today, I would still be able to be in the building, out of the elements, out of rain if it were to be raining, out of snow, things like that. So that's all stuff that I really have to think about that. I don't know. I mean, I'm at day 27 and I'm really, you know, this is obviously not an ideal situation. I'm not like in love with the idea of being out here, but at the same time, I am in love with the freedom that I have, especially with being an outdoors person, especially with wanting to somehow purchase a van that I can mod out and kind of live the van life, wanting to you know, do these through hikes and things like that. You know, I need to be outdoors. That's definitely, you know, I mentioned I have complex PTSD. Being outdoors, fishing, hiking, whatever it is, it's one element that helps me dramatically with my PTSD. And I think that's why I'm so attracted to it. And it's just kind of an escape from just the box of crazy that we live in, right? The stress, the aggravation, the violence, and it's a lot of stuff that triggers me. So being out here is one thing that keeps me very level-headed. Like I said, the stress that I have is folding a tarp in the wind, you know? I don't have the stress that you guys have until I get to work, and then it's back to normal life and stress. But they did, they gave me a bag that's chock full of stuff. There's so much stuff in here. The bag is bright neon green, which, you know, matches my stuff. So I told them I'd do a little unboxing for you guys, so we'll do that. So I opened the box. First thing that caught my eye was these pink socks. Just little socks. Little pink socks. I love them. I'm going to rock the shit out of these pink socks. I'm not going to lie. I will. I like pink, so I don't really care. Don't really care. Alright, so then the main Ziploc that's in here, and I am going to utilize all these Ziploc bags for being out here. So this has a bunch of paperwork about the program and all of that. And it comes with, which doesn't really help me because I have a respiratory issue, but it comes with one of these masks. So it's actually a pretty nice build, you know, pretty nice material that this is actually built out of. So it comes with a mask, tons of paperwork, like I said, and so I'll look at this, I'll read this stuff over. We'll see what information this says, and then I'll kind of give you guys an overview of what this is all about. And then I got another Ziploc bag with like the medical style masks. So there's a handful of them in here. I don't know, between 4 and 6 masks maybe, these little disposable ones. So that's pretty cool, you know, that they're thinking about coronavirus and protecting people and all that. What else? So I got some hand sanitizer, and then this is kind of funny. So my buddy told me I should get one of these little Mylar emergency blankets. because this is real stuff. These are only a couple bucks maybe at the store, but this will absolutely save your life. So I have one of these packs somewhere in all of my stuff. I don't know where it's at. I think it's probably with my fishing stuff, but I have one. And then a hand sanitizer. So, and I have hand sanitizer already, but having more is always good. So yeah, so I got that. A little Equate nutritional shake. So 9 grams of protein. This will be super beneficial out here, I'm not gonna lie. One of these organic apple sauces. So this will be a pretty tasty little treat. I got a Lara bar, apple cobbler protein bar. So you know this is going to be amazing. I get a bottle of water, some Nestle Pure Life. So, you guys know I stay with water pretty heavy. Some Oreo Thins. So all right, it's pretty cool. Little first aid kit. So some Band-Aids and some Neosporin type stuff. Little first aid kit. So that's good. I put this with. I have a first aid kit that I kind of makeshifted that's got Band-Aids and things like that. A comb. Don't really care too much about my hair, but whatever. Some raisins. So this would be a good little snack to chew on. Here we go. Another pair of socks for men. So this is good. These are called On the Go. So I'm wondering if these are like dollar store type socks. I would imagine probably, since they are on a budget and whatnot. And buying like Hanes or something like that, that'd be way too expensive, not very cost effective for handing this type of stuff out for free. So a couple pairs of socks. So that's super helpful. And then a bag of toiletries. Trying to make my coffee here while I'm doing this. And I still have to use the bathroom. I haven't done that. Like, I really wanted to get some coffee in me before I made that walk. And then I ended up in a conversation. So yeah, so a Ziploc of toiletries. I've got some razors in here. Another comb. So we'll take this comb and throw it in here. There's a Culver's chip. Good for 1 scoop, dish, or cone. So free Culver's ice cream. Pretty epic. I'm an ice cream guy. I like ice cream. I have a pen. So I did pack pens and then I took them out and I put them back in storage. But I've been kind of wanting a pen so I could write down like some of the gear that I want to get. Little soaps, chapstick that you get, little jail toothbrush looking thing. So I do have 2 toothbrushes with me. The reason I have 2 is because my one, like the bristles are starting to flatten out, so I made sure to grab a second one. The second one is at the bag at work. But yeah, and then like little travel size shampoos and little body washes, body lotion, things like that. And then deodorant. So I obviously have deodorant. I wear Hanes. It's a roll top. So, but good to use. It's unscented. It smells like bath soap. But yeah, whole little travel thing. These little small packable toothpaste pouch things. So a lot of goodies. A lot of goodies in here. And this is really important stuff. I mean, this is stuff that definitely can help somebody. Food wise, you know, could help them with a little bit of snack for the day. As far as like all of this other stuff, I mean, this is a whole bag of hygiene stuff. I mean, you guys can see this is pretty full of hygiene. So, I mean, this is probably a week, if not more, worth of keep your body clean. I could see somebody using that all in one shot. Me, I could definitely make that last for a couple of weeks at least. So that'll help. This will actually cut down some of the expenses. So obviously I do have body wash, I have shampoo, I have conditioner, I have you know, big bottles of that stuff sitting in storage. That stuff I put actually right to the front so I could keep filling up my little travel size bottles. So that's all stuff that I just took from my bathroom. But this will, you know, kind of prevent me having to go back to storage one day and fill those things up. So this will buy me a little bit more time. And then, you know, again, like I said, the snacks, this is going to be great. So we can put this in my food bag. The socks, you know, the socks are going to be great. Like I said, I don't really wear socks out here. I do want to get some Injinji socks. The thing I like about the Injinji socks, and this is something I would have made fun of a long time ago, but the Injinji socks have like the actual little individual toes, and so you fit your feet in, and then the sock goes around. You've seen those foot socks. Usually, like our wives or girlfriends wear them, and then we make fun of them because they look ridiculous. But when it comes to backpacking and hiking, those type of socks, and if they're made the right way, which like Injinji, you know, makes some really killer socks. The purpose for that is so that you don't have skin-on-skin contact, which is what causes blisters. So having the material around your toes prevents all those types of blisters, and it's actually a healthier sock to wear. But the Injinji ones are made of a different material. It's not like this cotton type stuff. They're gonna get wet, but they dry, you know, pretty quick. So they're expensive, like between like $13 and $17 a pair. But it's definitely worth it, especially for running. A lot of like athletes that run marathons and things like that, like they'll wear them. Backpackers, hikers, they'll all wear that type of stuff because foot health is extremely important. You don't have your feet the right way, then that causes, you know, it's a lot of problems. You're not going to be able to run, or you're not going to be able to hike for that day or a couple of days. Riding a bike, you know, just things that it's gonna limit. So foot health is extremely important. You know, again, sanitizer is always helpful, so it's good to have. The Mylar blanket I will put immediately right in my backpack because this is super, super huge. This thing really does save your life. It's waterproof, it adds warmth to it. It's a non-stretch polyester. So this one is 54 inches by 84 inches. So it's pretty big. So I mean, you could technically make a little shelter out of this. You can wrap this around your body for some extra heat. You know, there's a lot of different things that you can do with these little Mylar blankets. If you jump on YouTube and you like search Mylar blanket tips, tricks, hacks, whatever, I'm sure you can find stuff for what you can do with these blankets. There's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do with that blanket. So, and then yeah, you know, again, the food, this little applesauce. This will be just a cool little snack to have. So, I appreciate them for doing that. We talked about my food. I showed them I have this big giant dry bag full of food. So they knew I had food. They knew I'm okay surviving out here. And they were still kind enough to still give me this bag. The bag I'll definitely use. Maybe not so much out here. But I'll use it for something later in life, or it may come into handy out here. You never know. So just one of those little, kind of day bag type things. Kind of, I don't know what material. Maybe some type of polyester, probably, I would assume. So yeah. So that's that. So yeah, I didn't really know what I was going to shoot this morning. I don't really want to shoot the same stuff over and over. Hey, good morning, making coffee again. Here's my boring day. So yeah, some interaction, some level of contact with some support. So it is good to see that organizations, at least out here, and I'm hoping that this is happening in other cities and towns as well. But it's good to see that these organizations are out there and they're trying to do something. We talked about just how ridiculous it is that my city opened May 26th, and here we are May 27th, the very next morning, with landlords electronically filing eviction notices and things like that. And I didn't get an exact number. I'd love to know this number, but the amount of people just in my city that are actually dealing with the same thing that I'm dealing with, they said there is a lot. There is a lot of people right now that are homeless. And with a lot of the organizations, what they're doing is they're helping more of the single individuals more so than the families, because the singles are outnumbering the families, and they can help more people by helping the single people than they can actually the families. So that's kind of nice to know, but at the same time also kind of sort of disheartening, because the way I look at it, and we talked about this, is that obviously my situation's kind of unique, right? I happen to be an outdoorsman, so I know how to survive out here. I have the food, I can cook, I can bathe, and like we talked about my hygiene, we talked about all that stuff. Again, I don't look homeless. If I have all my shit laid out, maybe I do, but relatively I try to keep everything compact, kind of hidden, so I really do just look like I'm chilling at the beach in a hammock for the day. But you got to think, if we're helping more singles because we can help more people, and the families, moms, dads, kids, are the ones that are now actually being put second, whereas before that was opposite. They'd help the ones with the kids first, because shit, man, it's kids. It's way more important than helping me, right? And it should be. You should, because they're little kids, there's babies. So, but now we have the mentality of how do we help the most amount of people? And doing that, we can help singles more than we can help the families. So my question now is, what's happening with the families? What's happening with these babies? Where are they going? What assistance do they have? And we talked about, some things about assistance and like stuff that I don't qualify for. Like, how do you not qualify for that? We talked about food stamps. And I said, no, I won't. I'll get, it's either $13 or $26. This is based off of a past experience, so it's not currently right now. Maybe I'm wrong. But because I have a job, they limit the dollar amount of food stamps that I would be eligible. So in the past, it would be something like $13 or $26 that they would give me in food stamps every month. While that $26 might be helpful, and I can buy a few items with that would absolutely, and I know how to shop, so like I could get stuff that would last a good length of time. Like I could go and spend the $26 just buying boxes of ramen, and then that's one less item that I have to buy, and then I've got ramen for shit 2 months. Uh, but it's like I need to save my money to get an apartment, and assistance with food would be super crucial right now because I'm spending money on food. Now, granted, my food items are minuscule, but it's like just all that little stuff that little just that stuff adds up over time, right? So yeah, like we talked about that type of stuff, and we talked about some of the programs that are out here, and even utilizing every single program, it's still not enough. It's still not enough to cover the homeless element of the country. So I don't know. So I guess the big question right now, and I'll kind of end this video before it gets too long and cuts out, but the big question is, should I stop doing this, living in the hammock, and then move on into a shelter? There's going to be advantages and disadvantages to that. So I don't know. I'd love to kind of know your guys' thoughts. Shelter or continue the hammock life? Guidelines, restrictions, complete freedom. I don't know. I think there's people that need this more than I do. I'm okay where I'm at. I'm okay what I'm doing. And I'd feel horrible if I knew that I took a bunk for somebody who didn't know how to survive like this out here. Do I be selfish and think about me? Or, and it's not really even just me, I have kids too, right? I have a business, I have customers. So do I be selfish, or do I think about somebody else that's in more need than I am? I don't know. Love to know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys later.